So what is the importance of taking breaks in thinking? This is something that I bring up with the managers that I work with a lot. I tell them, go for a walk, go for a run, put your feet up, have a cup of tea, whatever it is. When you look like you're not doing work, you're actually allowing yourself headspace to do some of that really deep level thinking that connects the dots in creative ways and solves problems that can't otherwise be solved. So here's a short list of things that I think are really important to consider and why breaks in thinking are so important. First of all, when you're really busy, you cannot think straight unless you decrease your cognitive load. So actually actively stopping makes a big difference in just breaking that pattern and giving your brain space to actually start to function properly. It's really easy to suffer from decision fatigue. If you are constantly reactive and you're making decisions all the time, it's very easy just to burn out on decision making, and then you can't actually think clearly and solve problems effectively. Divergent thinking is creative and not forced. Divergent thinking is the number of different solutions you have for a problem. It's not a linear process. You need to give yourself time and space to allow that creativity. That's when you can really start to be very effective at creating dots innovatively to solve problems. Development is cyclical. The pause before returning to a skill set is a critical element of the process. If you miss that out, you just don't make the gains. Embedding learning, especially in constructivism, requires the creation of links between declarative knowledge, that's the pieces of knowledge that we get from our environment, and experience, and it uses both of those things to create procedural knowledge, which is that deep level of understanding where things are just automatically, we're able to automatically utilize a skill set. That doesn't happen if you don't give the time to embed that knowledge. And lastly, on that same note, it takes time for things to become procedural. So you can't take discrete bits of information and then just expect them to become a process. Skill sets take time to develop, they take time to learn, and we need time to think about where those gaps in declarative knowledge are in order to create a procedural flow to the information we're turning into a skill set.